All right, good evening, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone on Facebook, and we're coming live this evening because we have a lot to talk about in the Weather Center. We're converting this to USA Severe Weather Network page, Illinois Stormwatch weather page, and we're also considering this to Southern Illinois Weather Media. I'm gonna check here a minute. We're also sending this to Southern Illinois Region Weather Media page and the page side, and we're also sending this to YouTube and also Illinois Stormwatch page. So let's get talking about what we got here now. We do have a risk for some severe storms for the whole weekend, for part of the weekend tonight and tomorrow, and we do have a risk for snow also too. So today's New Year's Eve. So let's get right to it. Right now, if you're looking at the whole United States, everybody's in something. We got winter storm warnings for Chicago. We got winter weather advisories. Part of this is going to be an icy mix, and part of it's going to be a snow mix. So right now, we'll check in Missouri here, and I'll tell you what we got here. We got winter storm warnings up there for Missouri and parts of Let me be right back and see if this works better or not. So just give me a second, folks. All right, sorry about that. All right, we got a winter storm warning. This is from their service in St. Louis, Missouri. Has one of their sites entry one. This goes in effect through 6 a.m. through midnight Saturday night. What to expect? Heavy snow precipitation, total snow accumulation of between 4 to 6 inches, sleet accumulation, and around a half inch, 1/2 inch of that's sleet, but ice accumulation up to a glaze. So any of this is going to cause slick conditions. And also, some of this I'm reading here in St. Louis is given 1 to 3 inches, up to 2/10 of an inch of freezing rain. So just be careful if you're heading home tonight from your New Year's plans. Some of these roads could be slick. And here's another side we do have. Reason why I put everything in, because we do have a flash flood a flood watch that covers most of our area, and this goes into effect. And two, this will expire tomorrow afternoon. What's the spec? Widespread heavy rainfall up to 2 to 4 inches with local higher amounts possible. So we could see some flash flooding. So remember, like I said today, turn around and find a different route. Do not drive through a flooded roadway. That's not going to be good if you try to. And also, we got winter storm warnings that cover the most of the area. And you go up here, you see a wind chill advisory. So this is a code system. This is a powerful storm system. And we do have tornado warnings out down there in not Louisiana, but Georgia. But this is what I'm going to show everybody too. We'll show everybody everything. The Storm Prediction Center has been. We'll look at that watch just in a second, but I think it's going to be unlikely on that one. Tonight and tomorrow could be very active. Excuse me. Storm Prediction Center has put together tonight, as some places are in the risk for a a 2 out of 5 for severe weather tonight. Like you in western Kentucky, like parts of those areas, you could see a few storms. That maybe the chance of seeing a few storms tonight, I mean, there's a slight risk. That is a 2 out of 1 out of 5 tonight. Tornado risk tonight is mostly focused in western Kentucky area. A few chances maybe after midnight. We're going to have to watch that into 6 o'clock. Maybe then there's a second wave could happen tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have to watch both of those and see what happens. And there could be, and tomorrow afternoon is going to get interesting. If you're traveling down to the deep south, like Alabama, Mississippi, then your risk is really increasing. There could be a significant event than what we're seeing here. So right now, potentially of damaging winds tonight, maybe a few strong straight line winds, and maybe a little bit of a hail threat too. Now you go through tonight. Now tomorrow, when we start January 1st, this is what's concerning me. Storm Prediction Center from Norman, Oklahoma put this together today, and you might saw me come on for this today. We do have a 3 out of 5. Includes parts of our western counties, Kentucky counties. That's one, on the scale 1 through 5. That is a 3 out of 5 for severe thunderstorms. And the tornado risk is down there is a 10% hatched area, that where we can see a few strong tornadoes, maybe greater than EF2s. Now I'm going to say this again. It's not going to be like December 10th. That was one of the things that we just that one little supercell that happened, and that doesn't happen very much. But like I said, and we do have that chance of some straight line winds, a 30% chance of wind, and there's also a chance of hail. But, however, I do expect, now this is just me saying this, I won't be surprised tomorrow morning. I'll be in shock if we wake up tomorrow morning if we have a level 4. I mean, somewhere, follow my cursor down here maybe, or maybe down here. I'm not the SPC, but I just say that I think they'll upgrade to a level 4 down here somewhere, or maybe down somewhere in Tennessee or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not the SPC, so I'm not going to say that, but that's what we kind of thinking. So, bottom line is, have a plan, know where to go. I mean, if you go under especially in western Kentucky tonight, if you go under a tornado warning, you got 2 keys to remember. Get low, get centered, make sure you go to bed tonight, have a weather radio with you, have your cell phone on. And like I said, I'll stick around for a little while tonight. I'm planning on camping out a little bit. So that's one thing that we want to. That's one thing I'm deciding to do is gonna probably camp out for a little while. And because these storms could come in the middle of the night, and we could have some severe weather. We could have some damaging winds, or even a tornado warning with that. I think tomorrow afternoon we'll have a little bit more. We'll just have to see what happens. So let me pull back over here. Just see here, just adding a couple things. Getting some photos coming in right now of some tornadoes. And this is the setup we've been talking about, these small tornadoes. And like I said, if F1 or F2 decide to come down, it's not going to be good. So right now, I'm trying to, looking at my phone here. So right now, we do have that risk. I like to see what the Storm Prediction Center has out right now. This is just a 5% for a couple supercells. That's nothing really to be nervous about. Right now, I'm going to go to some of our models while we're on air with you. So this maybe we could help you out. Just kind of show you right now what we are kind of watching. It's some of the model data that I'm trying to look at here. We'll use the herd first. That's the biggest one I kind of look at. And that is we're on the 23Z. So let's see what it decides to bring up for us. Just give me a second here. Hard to get this zoomed in on, just like it used to be. That's why. Alright, here we go. It's got a. Things will have to load. It's about. This is has to load the whole way, so the 22Z might even be better. Now I'll move this in a little bit better, and you can see what we got going on. Alright, now we'll look at this, and you can see, here we are tonight, and this is getting close to Saturday, showers and storms continuing, and the HER is picking up some sales like that, little clusters of sales. That'll probably miss, but look what happens as we get into the morning. By 7 o'clock, we're starting to see these little isolated, these streak sales. I mean, these could produce a tornado or severe thunderstorm warning. Probably tornado because they're not in that line. Then look what happens. You know, you get these line of storms like this. These could be strong, possibly damaging winds around 9 a.m. Then you got these individual sales around 10. Then you got some by 11 coming in. Then here's what we get around about noon. Then you got that line. Then the line will finally push out. Maybe a couple more by 4 o'clock, and the line kind of ends. But this tells you. Now we'll check the significant tornado parameters. And this just tells you how we can see a tornado in 25 miles a point, or how strong it could be. So here we go. You can see the biggest stays in Tennessee tomorrow. But I'm just going to point out, by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I think our Greenwichs are slow. But looks what it does. It slowly peaks in by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. We got a 1.6. Then we got some oranges popping in by noon. Then maybe a few reds, and you see it just keeps it mostly out. Now we'll check in with Supercell Composite. Now this is just tells you the numbers are going to be in place or not. But let me take a look here. You can see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can see Western Kentucky do have a little bit in the afternoon, in the morning. But you can see there's still the orange spots. Then Alabama is really going to ramp up once it gets there. So that's one thing we're going to have to watch here. I'm going to pull back in the main screen. Like I said, we still got severe weather we'll have to watch. You know, so the main thing I want everybody to know is have ways to receive warnings tonight. In case you go under warning in Western Kentucky, have a weather radio. I mean, make sure you're up loud, your phone's on. That'll always help you too. And like I said, I'll be here through tonight. Keep an eye on things. So we'll just have to see. I mean, there could be a small, like I said, like a small moderate or somewhere down the deep south. We'll just have to see where that hits at. You know, right now, I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We're continuing to keep you updated, and like I said, stay tuned to the page tonight. And, you know, like I said, the admins will be here. I'll be here tonight keeping you informed. And like I said, we think there's going to be a situation with a tornado warning. We'll break in And like I said, remember, if you see water on the roadways tonight, do not go through it, please. Flooding is number one dangerous situation. You can't see water on the road, and you never want to make it. Those bear caves are up for some reason. Do not drive your car through a flooded roadway. I know it's New Year's Eve. This is why we entered the first alert action day. It's because there's a lot of things we're concerned about. People driving home in this heavy rainfall and pondering on roadways. You're not going to see it, So, in some places in western Kentucky could receive 4. In some places on the in-house models are showing maybe 6 inches. Doesn't mean everybody's going to receive 6 inches, but a few people could. So that's why the flash flood watch has been issued. So we will continue to keep you updated and break in tonight and come on if we need to.